Symptoms of the virus include coughing, fever and shortness of breath, which can progress to pneumonia. And because it's a viral infection, antibiotics don't work.
We need more information. For that reason, I have decided to ask the emergency committee to meet again tomorrow to continue their discussion.
The World Health Organization just declared this a global health emergency.
At airports and train stations across the world, passengers travelling from China and some other Asian countries are being screened and isolated if they have high temperatures. But now China is banning all planes, trains, ferries and buses from leaving Wuhan.
Tonight, Italy staggering as the virus rages. 475 more deaths in 24 hours, the most in a single day.
The patient is a 38-year-old male who traveled to Italy with his wife. They were part of a group of 10 people and they arrived back in South Africa on March the 1st, 2020.
The National Coronavirus Command Council has decided to enforce a nationwide lockdown for 21 days.
The year 2020, it's been something. I'll tell you that. So many of us have been confined to our homes in the wake of a global pandemic which has killed hundreds of thousands of people thus far and probably will kill hundreds of thousands more before all this is over. I don't want to make light of that at all, but sitting at this desk day in and day out for this entire year and getting fat while doing it, it's driving me mad. Luckily, the South African government has recently been opening up the economy and loosening restrictions a little bit. It doesn't mean, by any means, that the danger is behind us. But I need a holiday. So I just went up the escalator when I was supposed to go down that next one over there. Not a great start to my morning. I haven't used the train since before the pandemic, so I'm a little rusty. Select your start station, that would be Sandton. Select your end station, that would be I live and work in Johannesburg, South Africa's biggest and busiest city, but I originally come from KwaZulu-Natal and hadn't been back in almost a year. I decided that a seaside break would not only let me catch up with family and relax in nature for a few days, but also document what it's like to travel during this particular moment in history. Have you had a fever? No. Have you had a cough? No. Have you had difficulty breathing? No. I mean, I know it's early in the morning, but this is the largest airport, or at least one of the largest and busiest on the continent.
There are designated entrance and exit doors.
And it feels like the rapture has happened or something. I think the candy shop is the only open place. That is that restaurant open? No. Nothing is open because if you open things up, you die. Okay, no, that was a bit dramatic. COVID-19 is a serious issue, and I'm glad the shops are closed, but saying you die, okay, no. Yeah, let me not be a fearmonger. Always find a balance between precaution, caution, healthy concern, and not losing your head to panic. So I just got my ticket back there. Obviously I'm not going to film while I'm going through security questions. They did a wee double check of my ID because I don't look like my passport photo anymore. Yeah, it wasn't a big thing, they just squinted a little bit harder. The joys of traveling while trance.
Airborne's company South Africa is committed to fulfilling the curve in an attempt to combat the coronavirus pandemic. The key is practicing safe physical distancing for your protection and ours. Please be reminded that masks must be worn at all times, in and outside the airport terminal. Sanitizing facilities are available at designated areas.
Given the broad restrictions on international and local travel, the airline tickets that were on offer were incredibly cheap. But as I boarded, I realized that I was not alone in taking advantage of this. We were reminded to keep a distance of 1.5 meters from one another when standing in the aisle to keep safe. But this did not apply when we were seated, and given that people were often seated right next to each other, it sort of defeated the purpose. Then, the traditional pre-flight safety briefing was replaced with an intercom briefing while flight staff stood eerily still rather than handling props or gesturing to avoid contamination. From high above the outskirts of Johannesburg, with tiny people in cars going about their day, the world seemed very normal indeed. The virus that plagued us felt little more than a distant memory. But of course, it wasn't distant, not at all. And soon, I was back down to earth again. Yeah. Located on the north coast of KwaZulu-Natal, in the heart of Zululand, Mtunzini is a lovely little town with a single shoddy road running through the center. It is home to some incredible nature, but that will have to wait until the next video. After a day of traveling, and with the weather not ideal, a bit of quiet relaxation was in order.